The coming boom in rural real estate throughout the U.S. Are you ready? Let me share with this what I received here just yesterday, right there. Electric membership co-ops. Georgia EMCs, electric membership co-ops, represent Georgia's electric co-ops. And so what's happening here is the electric membership co-ops serving more than 4 million Georgians. They're offering bold incentives to broadband providers to serve rural Georgia. They're rolling out the red carpet for internet providers in rural Georgia. And again, my co-op is a Sawney Electric Membership Co-op, and I actually had a lady just email me the other day who used to work there, so it was interesting. So $1 deal. EMCs are offering the $1 deal to any qualified broadband provider that will deliver new high-speed internet service in unserved EMC areas. EMCs will reduce how much we charge for the internet provider to use our poles. Broadband providers can rent space on our pole infrastructure for any new attachment in unserved areas for $1 per pole per year for 5 years. EMCs are pioneering this new program to empower internet providers with the freedom to prepare EMC poles without delay for the necessary equipment to expand broadband. This program results in cheaper, faster, and more efficient attachments to the pole. They're rolling out the red carpet for broadband providers to come to our rural areas. EMCs serve more than 4 million Georgians, and we stand ready to partner with any qualified internet provider willing to take advantage of our incentives. They got a website on here. I'm telling you, man. And then we had they had a referendum that just passed, like 75-25, to float bonds, I think, to expand rural internet opportunities, broadband, in areas of Maine that are not being served. Now, it's going to happen all over. It's going to happen all over. And, it's going to be like solar photovoltaic and EVs, electric vehicles. I mean, it might not be profitable to a company, for a company to offer solar. It might not be profitable for a company to offer electric vehicles, which we know it's not. But with subsidies, tax credits and whatnot, it makes it profitable for a company because they're getting subsidized. Same thing's going to happen here, guaranteed. And, hey, I mean, that's rightly or wrongly, and this is one of the things that drives you crazy. It doesn't matter what you think about it. It just is. Okay? Oh, that bird stinks. All right, remember, when you see Pablo, you got to paw the like button. Hi, Pablo. Where's Kim Davis? She hates Pablo. Oh, there he is. You see him? There he is. Pablo says, I want to move to rural Georgia, Josh, as long as they have high-speed internet. I want to be able to still do my videos in rural Georgia. Isn't that right, buddy? We have, I just say we have a sleepover of not one, but two, not one, not two, but 3 young men here, because my 2 boys each had sleepovers. So we have 5 young men here, and I made all kinds of bacon and eggs and cinnamon rolls for them after Halloween. Excuse me, window. Yeah, okay, excuse me. Anyway, so this is fantastic. It's going to happen in your neck of the woods. It's going to happen, like when I was up in Rapid City, one of the questions I had was about rural internet. And, I didn't really get a great answer. My inclination is up there in Spearfish, which the university is. I bet that has good internet because I have the Black Hills State University, which is a great school, by the way. I mean, great in terms of small and a beautiful location. And I'm sure they get high-speed internet there. But at the end of the day, do they have it in Sturgis? Do they have it in Deadwood? Do they have it in those other towns I went through? I don't know. But it's coming. And when it comes, you're just going to have more and more people say, I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't want to deal with insane mayors in Atlanta, Chicago, San Francisco, and various places. I don't want to deal with Black Lives Matter. I don't want to deal with tyrants telling me I have to I can't have Thanksgiving and all that stuff. I don't want to deal with all that. So I'm going to move out in the rural areas, and I'm just taking it my life. It's funny. I remember when about 30 years ago, when I first started getting interested in investing, I guess about 28 years ago, 92, when I got 28 years ago when I got out of the Army, I started getting interested in investing. I can't remember why. Maybe it's probably 26 years ago, because I think I was out of the Army for 2 years before I even knew what a mutual fund was. And then I had a friend of mine named Brian, and we worked for his brother putting real estate signs up in various areas of Northern Virginia under the cover of darkness. Thanks. He's got his butt right here. That's great. Thanks, buddy. And it was you couldn't do it, and so we had to it was very stealthily. It was like we were freaking Navy SEALs, kind of banging them in there. Anyway, so we were making it paid well because it's a black market. Anytime you're doing black market activities, it's going to pay well. Well, anyway, so I talked to my man Brian. I said, "What do you do with all the money?" You know what I'm saying? He goes, "Oh, I just put in mutual funds." I said, I said I had no clue what it was, and he just told me. I said, oh, "Okay." And so anyway, I started subscribing to various magazines or buying and whatnot. But anyway, I got an ad one time that was interesting. It talked about the incoming boom of rural real estate. And it was, I had no money, but let's put it this way: I was making money, black market, working for this guy, and twice a week. It was based on Thursday and Friday nights. He put them up because the showings were a Saturday and Sunday, and then the rest of the week I was working. During the morning I was cleaning carpets, which was 100% on the up and up, and then at night I was managing a bar, bartending or whatnot, and a lot of that was just cash money. Anyway, so I had a lot more money than I had expenditures because when you're single and you're rooming with 3 other guys, you basically have no costs. It's crazy how cheap you can live. So I started thinking, man, I should buy some real estate. I read this article, and this guy was talking about the coming boom for rural real estate. This is back in 1994. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video on what prices were in 1994, just right here in Alpharetta, and say, what if you would have bought in Alpharetta in 1994? Where would you be now? I bet you'd be shocked at how much those values have increased because they ain't making more land. You see what I'm saying? And with energy, the abundant energy we have because of fossil fuels via fracking, we can absolutely expand into more rural areas. And now people say, we know the left hates that crap. They all want us to live in dense cities with transportation, with you can't have your own car. Well, we get all that, you know what I'm saying? But after COVID, people are like, nah, I don't want to deal with that crap anymore. We're packing them in like sardines. It's nuts. So the real estate options out in the rural area are because they're not as expensive. You don't have to deal with Black Lives Matter, Antifa, never mind insane government regulations. Portland mayor becoming an Antifa. You don't have to deal with all that crap. So he said, and you get fresh air, and you get some trees. It's a wonderful thing. Now, some people aren't going to want to do that, but some people will. The problem is, internet. You got to have high-speed internet if you're self-employed. That's just a fact. For me, I'm self-employed. I got to have internet. Part 2 is you got to have decent schools. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the schools aren't that great out there just because there's no competition, not enough people. So you go out there, you start making the schools good. And they might be good. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. But you could start making those schools good. And it just is going to increase the demand. And we know basic economics. The supply is fixed. The demand grows. What happens to the price? The price grows. Fixed supply, in fact, you can even say a reduced supply as more and more regulations on building, more and more people throw their land into foundations and trust and stuff where you can't build. And that's, hey, you can do whatever you want. It's your land. I got no problem with that. But anyway, so you have a fixed supply, actually reducing supply, and you get an increasing demand. That's just a price boom. So anyway, more to come on this. I'm interested in that because I think that's a huge opportunity. I don't know how you do it in terms of invest in that, but there is opportunity to be found for sure. So if you have experience in this, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear that for sure. And if you're interested, I'm looking for a guy to interview or a lady who knows about investing in rural real estate. Because I actually emailed a guy 6 months ago. He was watching one of my channels, and he does lending for a Farmers Farm Bureau or something like that. I forgot what he did, and I don't think he could because he couldn't do the video simply because he works for a firm and they won't let him. But if you know somebody who's willing, I'd love to interview somebody about investing in rural real estate. Hey, we'll see you. Thanks now.